Fish 1 to give you an idea of how the mechanics work. The deck pretty much is solitaire already. There's not a whole lot of interactions that are made unless it's you making interactions like Cabal Therapy. There's maybe some combat interactions, but the deck doesn't have a whole lot of interactions, unfortunately, for people who are really into, you know, swinging left and right and, you know, back and forth. This deck doesn't do it so much. We shuffled it up pretty good, cut it real fast. We'll see if we can't get a good hand, give you a good idea how it works and how fast it can be. And it does have pretty good late game too. Let's see what we got. Oh, not too bad. This is a pretty decent hand. Nether Shadow, Dreaded Return, Stinkweed Imp, Bridge from Below, Stinkweed Imp, Phantasmagorian, and a Gitaxian Probe. So we'll go ahead. Deck is always wants to be on the draw. You can be on the play, but you know, it's not really where you want to be. Go ahead and we'll take our draw. Narcomoeba, really hoping not to draw that guy, but it happens. Lay our hand out down here. Your first play for a hand like this would probably be to discard Phantasmagorian, and you'll pass your turn. You'll pass your turn, and he'll be discarded at the end of the turn during the cleanup step. So, end your turn, they'll go, and at the end of their turn, you go ahead and you'll activate Phantasmagorian. If it's a game one, game one, match one, you can discard your whole hand for the most part, aside from maybe the probe, because you can activate Phantasmagorian's effect multiple times because the cost is discarding 3 cards. So first thing you would want to do is pay the cost, and you would probably discard Nether Shadow, Dreaded Return, Stinkweed Imp, and then after that you would pay the cost again, discarding the rest of that, returning Phantasmagorian to your hand. Probably not the best play later on when they've sided in their hate, just for the fact that it'll be 5 turns, 6 turns before you can actually discard again, which is not very good if they were able to sweep your entire graveyard. But that's the end of your turn. During your upkeep, you return Nether Shadow to play by his effect, with 3 creatures being above him. And then during your upkeep, during your draw phase, you would return Stinkweed Imp to your hand and dredge for 5. Yeah, no, one more. Okay, not too bad. Do got quite a bit in the graveyard now. You would, next up I would say, would be to Gitaxian Probe, play Gitaxian Probe, to return this, to dredge for 6. Okay, well, I think we actually have a kill. This will resolve. Put all these in the graveyard. We'll put Nether Shadow on the bottom of this pile just in case. We have 3 bridges in the graveyard at the moment. Kind of overlapping things. But we have 3 bridges in the graveyard, which is excellent. Excellent. You have 1 Nether Shadow. So you can activate Cabal Therapy, targeting your opponent. Say you'd probably want to target Daze or Force of Will at this point. So you'd remove this, sacrificing the Nether Shadow. Cabal Therapy. Well, Bridge from Below will activate off the cost by sacrificing a creature. So you'll put 3 zombie tokens in play. And if they don't have a counter or whatnot, activate Dreaded Return by sacrificing 3 creatures. So your 3 zombies will die. And you will go ahead and you'll activate, or you'll reanimate Spy. And when he comes into play, you'll target yourself. And you will, basically there are no lands in the deck. So the deck is going to completely go into your graveyard. Every bit of it. And what's going to happen when you do that is Narcomoeba is going to come and play here. Narcomoeba is going to come and play here. Should be one more. Oh, there it is. Another Narcomoeba is going to come and play. You have the rest of all of this is in your graveyard. So if your Cabal Therapy, if everything went through, you can Cabal Therapy them to death, putting lots of tokens in play. All this is in your graveyard, but what you really want to do is, since that Dreaded Return's gone, you'll find another Dreaded Return. You will activate Dreaded Return by sacrificing these 3. That'll actually put 12 zombie tokens in play. So you have 12 zombie tokens in play. Here you would target Flare the Hatebound. Flare the Hatebound would do 4 damage automatically because he came into play from the graveyard. If you wanted to, you could sacrifice him to, another Cabal Therapy and do another. He'll actually do 5 damage. But what you want to do is find another one of your Dreaded Returns, which are all in the graveyard now, and you will target Grave Troll to come into play, and he's going to be I'm not going to count it up, but he's probably a 32-32 right now, or 33-33. And when he comes into play, Flare the Hatebound's effect is going to kick off, and Grave Troll is going to do 32-33 damage to your opponent, and that's pretty much a kill right there. There are other kills in the deck. You can just fight it out with 2/2 zombies and 1/1 zombies, but that's pretty much what the deck does, and I'm actually happy it did. I think this was turn 2. Quite nice. I was hoping for a turn 2 kill for this video just to show you how fast it is, but not too bad. If you wanted to, you could also run in place of Spy. You could run what's his name, Grizzlebrand, and it'd be fine. Even in a landless version of Manaless Dredge, still running a Grizzlebrand is fine. He is a 7/7 beat stick with lifelink. But that's turn 2 kill. That's kind of how it works. That's a Flare combo, which is quite neat. Say they hit your Grave Troll though, or something like that, with a be able to hit that with some kind of grave removal and got rid of all of them. Another thing that easily could have been done is double flare. Hit him with double flares, and first flare is going to come into play, do 4 damage. Next flare is going to come into play. They're both going to do 4 damage. That's 12 damage. Then you can sacrifice them to other effects, and they'll come back with their Undying, and that's 10 damage there. That's another way to get it out. If not, just swinging with 1/1s with haste, or 3/1s with haste, or Chandler of the Annex, reanimating Chandler of the Annex early. Pretty big beat stick, 5/6 with flying, and they have to pay 1 extra for spells if they're countered. Not too shabby. But I'm really happy it actually got a turn 2 kill on camera, just to show you. That was a goldfish though, and it also was your opponent's turn 2. That you would place this off of. Maybe a control deck would have been able to slow it down, but all in all, pretty happy with the way this played out. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to reply to all the questions. There are some really good forums out there. If you want to look into Manaless Dredge, you could check out mtgthesource.com, and there's a forum there that's pretty good. It's a legacy forum for the most part. They do have some modern on there, But there's a lot of good resources there for you to find out about Manaless Dredge, and you also have Magic the Gathering or MTG Salvations. That's another website that has, or another forum that has a lot of information in there. But if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.